Hey guys and girls, Nathan Birch here from the B.Invested headquarters. Today I want to throw out a very controversial topic, but I'm not going into any of the topic that I'm going to be discussing. Recently, there's been no rate hike, right? And everybody's fearful of the media, right? Last year, we saw everybody fearful of alleged illness, right? Let's just call it that, right? And then alleged sort of, medical procedure, right? And people realized, and people woke up and they're like, fuck, I can't trust the media. I can't trust what's being told, right? I can't trust what the government's telling me. I have to question lots of things. And now, suddenly we're in 2022, and I'm seeing people talking about certain things. What about when interest rates rise? They can't rise, right? The system's screwed, right? But then we start seeing excuses out there. They say interest rates are going to go up. They're definitely going to go up next month. They're definitely going to go up the next month. And then we get to the next month and they haven't gone up. But why haven't they gone up? Well, there's reasons why they haven't gone up. Beforehand we had this, and we had China issues, we had supply chain issues, we've got all these different things happening. Surprise, surprise, unfortunately we've got war going on, right? And that's where I'm not going to go into, right? So people might be going, what's Virtue thinking about it all, right? I don't believe what any of the media tells me. So I'm pretty safe and protected from that side of things, right? But people didn't believe the media last year when they talked about certain things that were going on. Why is everyone believing the media now, right? Is it just a sleight of hand? Is there certain things happening? I don't know. I don't know what's at play there. I don't have the bigger picture. But it's an interesting conversation, because when you think about it, right, in September 2019, we saw all the banks go bankrupt, basically. There was a thing called a repo market, which is a repurchasing agreement, which is basically how the end of the day when all the banks settle their money, how there was basically a bank had gone bust and they tried to print over it. And surprise, surprise, we got an illness, and then they had to print lots of money, and then they had to do certain things. We started seeing inflation. And now we're starting to see, surely because now we've got everything back to normal, right? We've got people going back to work, people going back to their lives, people have done the sort of deed that they need to do. Surely, why are we having financial issues now? Everything's back to normal. Because it's China, because it's the boat issue, because it's a shortage of chips, because it's Putin, right? All of these things, aren't you seeing that there's a bit of a story going on here, right? It's a great reset, right? What is happening on this front, right? I don't have all the answers, right? But I do look, and I do have a critical thinking, and I'm questioning certain things, and I'm looking at them like, that doesn't fucking add up. So, before you get fearful next time, before you turn on the TV and go, what's going to happen? They're going to invade us, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. No one's talking about what happened, right? They've cut out, we'll get into it a little bit, right? They're cutting out, you can't buy Russian vodka. They're taking super yachts. They're taking these things, right? But whatever happened to the people that stole the countries of Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran? What happened to these? What happened to there, right? What happened, right? A lot of it was to do with money. A lot of it was to do with currency. Is this anything new that's really happened? It's just a manipulation of currency. Every part of the war that occurred from, the 90s and into the 2000s and all those things that were told throughout a TV that we believed and saw and propagandized and all that, when you really look down to the nuts of it, who had wealth? Who had wealth stolen from them? Who had central banks installed in their countries? There's lots of things that are very questionable out there, and I think that we should all be questioning what we're being fed right now. Am I fearful of anything? Absolutely not. Do I know what's happening? Absolutely not. Do I see that there's a big game of a sleight of hand here? Absolutely 100% there is. And do I think that we're going to continue to see more manipulation, more vulnerability, more uncertainty, more testing times? Do I think we're going to see a lot more people hurt financially? 100%. I see that happening. It's happened for the last decade, it's happened for the decade before, and it's going to happen in the decade to come. It's very exciting times. There's going to be winners, there's going to be losers. I don't care what's happening in the war. I'm not saying that in I hope that everyone's safe. I don't like people getting hurt. I believe in humanity, all those sort of things. But I'm not going to sit here and go and let it dictate my life of what's being fed and propagandized down my throat. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. I'm going to keep going and make the moves that I make. I'm going to keep living my life at my best life, doing what I want, when I want, how I want. I think that as humans, you guys should be thinking bigger picture, because I didn't see back in Iraq, Afghanistan, throughout the early 2000s, late 2000s, I never saw any of the problems that we're seeing today, right? They never blamed anything, right? It's because we've got a failed financial system. Our currency is dying, it's going into the Great Reset, and we're right in the middle of it. We're about to see hyperinflation. That should be a nightmare for 99% of people. It could be for me as well. I've never lived through one, but I think I've done the right steps to try and be at the forefront and be able to protect myself, protect my family, protect all the people around me I love and care for. And that's what's important. So yeah, we're seeing a hyperinflation. We're going to see it. We're officially starting in that season now of hyperinflation. I said when this started, going back 2 years ago, we wouldn't see hyperinflation for another 3 years to 7 years. It would play out in that period. I think we're right on track, and we're starting to see the crack and the fall of our society as we know it. Exciting times ahead. Don't be too scared. If you need help, need direction, need to recalibrate or reset wherever you're at, feel free to reach out to my office, 1300 367 925. Send us an email at admin@binvested.com.au. Have a great day. Bye for now.